Okay, so let's jump right in. In a corner of New York City, in Inwood, something pretty amazing is happening. It's a story about weaving together these worlds that you might not think go together. Faith, nature, hands-on education, and even some pretty cutting-edge tech. And it's all coming together to build something much stronger than just its individual parts. This is really a story about building an ecosystem, not just for butterflies, but for an entire community.
But before we get into the nuts and bolts of how they did it, I want to start with the result. This, right here, this is the why. This is the Blessing of the Animals celebration. It's an event that brings everybody out, families, their pets, all the neighbors. It's this incredible moment of shared joy, celebrating St. Francis and the monarch butterfly migration. See, this isn't where the project began. This is what a thriving community ecosystem actually looks like when it's up and running.
So where is the heart of all this? Well, it all starts in a place that's both a physical location and really a spiritual anchor for the whole neighborhood.
This sign, it marks the entrance to the Inwood Butterfly Sanctuary, and it's right on the grounds of the Good Shepherd Convent. But listen, this is way more than just a garden. This project literally transformed the convent's land into this vital community space, and it's all guided by this Franciscan value of caring for all of creation. It's a very deliberate choice, turning a private space into a public haven for everyone.
And this quote just nails it. It perfectly captures what the sanctuary is all about. I mean, think about it. In a super dense city, this is a place for quiet reflection, for kids to get their hands dirty and discover insects, for anyone to just take a breath. It's about fighting that nature deficit by creating access to a green space right where people actually live.
Of course, a vision like this doesn't just spring up out of nowhere. It needs a guardian, a weaver, someone who can actually connect all those different threads.
And that person is Keith DiCesare, or as these students know him, Mr. Keith. He is a super passionate educator, getting kids' hands in the soil, sparking that sense of wonder about the natural world. He's the bridge between the kids and the garden. But that's only half the story.
So what makes Mr. Keith's role so incredibly unique is that he wears two very different but equally important hats. On one hand, yeah, he's the amazing educator you just saw, but on the other hand, he is a highly skilled 24/7 facility manager with some serious expertise in property stewardship. We're talking NYCHA-level infrastructure know-how. He's both the teacher and the builder.
And this is the invisible foundation that makes the whole dream possible. Because before you can have a beautiful, safe sanctuary for kids and butterflies, you need someone who understands HVAC systems, who can manage contractors, who knows how to handle all the unglamorous but absolutely critical work of long-term maintenance. This is the professional backbone that makes the whole thing sustainable.
Okay, so we've got the garden and the guardian. But this is where the project takes another really fascinating leap, connecting the world of caterpillars directly to the world of computer code. It sounds wild, but stick with me.
It all starts right here with what they call the butterfly experience. Students get to raise endangered monarch butterflies right in their classrooms. They watch the entire life cycle, from this tiny caterpillar to a chrysalis to that final beautiful metamorphosis. It's what they call living nature learning, and it's all designed to build this deep, early empathy for the planet.
And from there, the whole curriculum takes this surprising turn. It bridges that organic, natural world with the digital one. They introduce the concept of generative AI. And I know it might seem like a huge jump, but the connection is actually pretty elegant.
This learning path shows you exactly how they build that bridge. It starts with hands-on observation in the garden. Simple enough. Then, students use tablets to become citizen scientists, gathering real data about what they see. And finally, they're introduced to AI tools, not as some gimmick, but as a powerful way to understand and share what they've learned. The goal here is fluency in both nature and technology. How cool is that?
Now, it's really important to understand that this is not the work of just one person or one school. The real strength of this whole thing comes from zooming out and seeing the entire network that's been woven together.
This entire effort is powered by this amazing, diverse network of partners. When you combine the passion of volunteer groups, the resources of the city's parks department, and the reach of local schools, well, the project achieves an impact that no single one of them could ever manage alone.
And this isn't just a project built on good intentions and feel-good moments. It is backed by some serious professional rigor. You can see it right in their grant applications. They set concrete goals and they measure their outcomes. They track volunteer hours with sign-in sheets. They measure habitat restoration with health assessments and photos. This is the professional proof that shows the project is making a real, measurable impact.
So, when you combine all these different pieces,
The spiritual anchor, the hands-on education, the tech, the community network. What do you get? What's the real-world result? Well, here's a perfect example of that impact, a recent win. They took home the first place People's Choice Award at a local school fundraiser. Now, this isn't some big foundation grant. This is pure grassroots support. It's the community itself standing up and saying, we believe in this. We want more of this. And that is a powerful, powerful sign that this project is meeting a real need.
And that award really reflects a deep community need. The project is succeeding at providing equitable access to nature, which improves the psychological and emotional health of local families. In neighborhoods that are so often overlooked, creating these pockets of life and beauty, it makes a profound difference. It's just a direct and effective way to fight back against that nature deficit.
So this all brings us to the final, big question. After seeing all these different pieces come together so beautifully, what's the secret ingredient? What does it really take to build something this meaningful and this sustainable, right from the ground up?
Well, maybe the answer looks something like this. It takes a clear vision, for sure. It takes deep, practical expertise to build the foundation, and it takes a whole lot of heart. A real commitment to nurturing life, whether it's a monarch butterfly, a sunflower, or the spirit of an entire community, one seed, one child, and one connection at a time.